This is a basic how-to on refilling your VaporMax electronic cigarette. We have two items to refill. We have the VaporMax cartomizer and we have the VaporMax cart, which I will show you how to refill the cartridge first. To refill a VaporMax cartridge, you'll need one other thing. You will need a paper clip or a safety pin. Just want to bend that outwards. And what this is used for is there's a small hole right where your lips go, and you push in that hole and out comes a cartridge. Now the VaporMax cartridge contains a polyfill, which is a cotton-like material which holds the liquid. Now in the event that you have a flavor in here that you want to change out, all you do is you simply go in, you pull the polyfill out, you can place it on a tissue or a napkin and just press it. That will cause the juice to come out of the polyfill. Will leave you with a nice dry sponge-like material. You then take it, place it back inside the cartridge, take your paper clip, just push it back down in there. To fill this, take your juice and drip right down on the cotton or the polyfill. If you're using a brand new cart, the polyfill will not absorb it as easily as a used cartridge. So what you need to do is you'll notice that the liquid will bubble up on the surface. You just take your paper clip and you push down on the polyfill and you'll notice that it absorbs through. You do want to make sure that down here it's absorbed all the way into it. These are clear cases so you can see through to where the liquid's gotten to. And just continue to drip until you notice it's going to be like a liquid surface on the top of the cartridge. Now you don't want to fill this to the point that the liquid sits on top. If you do that, take your paper towel or your cloth, just dab the end, because you want it to be saturated, but you don't want it to have liquid sitting on top of it. When you're done, just let it drop down into there. Take your battery with your atomizer and push it on there. And your electronic cigarette is good to go again. How to refill a cartomizer. For this, you're going to need a 510 condom. You can find these on 510 cartridges. They cover the end, and you just pull them off. Sometimes there's a little piece of rubber down there, you can just simply pull that out, and you just want a nice empty cylinder. If you do not have one of these, you can come into the shop and ask, and we can try and get you one. Unfortunately, we have not been able to do it with the condoms that currently come on the cartomizer. Now, the method being used is known as a cap refill method. To do a cap refill method, take your juice and drip it into the empty condom. If it's a fairly empty cartomizer, you may want to fill it to about halfway. You can see that it's filled with juice. You then take your cartomizer with the mouthpiece down, push it into the condom where the juice is, and very, very slowly push the cartomizer down. What this is doing is it's pushing the liquid up into the cartomizer. And as you do it slowly, it's giving it time to absorb into the polyfill, which is around the edges of the cart. Push it all the way down. Now the other thing to notice is down here at the battery end, if at any point liquid bubbles through that battery end, it means that it's overflown and you should remove the condom. And as you pull out, it's going to empty some of the excess into the cap again. Wipe this off. And I would let this cartomizer sit for just a bit. You can go ahead and get the caps that were on it, place that on, and I would sit it standing up just like this. That's going to give the juice a nice time to sit inside the polyfill. Once it's sat for a while, your cartridge should be good to use. Now if you've already added 1/2 cap and it never came through the battery end, feel free to go ahead, add some more drops. I do about 5, and then take your cartomizer and push down again. You'll know when the cartomizer is really full because you will see the juice bubble up through the top, just like it did there. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see this. When I push on here, juice just very bubbles to the top. That means the cartridge is full and cannot take any more juice. So simply pull the cartridge out of the cap, take the end cap and place it on there, and let this sit for a while. Now the other thing that you want to do is after it sits, if it had bubbled through the cap and it sits, you want to take this out and you're going to want to blow through it. What that does is that there's a open hole that goes from one end to the other like a straw, and you want to make sure that straw is nice and clear before you inhale. Otherwise the juice could have been trapped in the straw and will come out through the mouthpiece. But that is how you fill a cartomizer using the cap refill method.